Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Dragonstone Adventures. So, before this episode really gets into it, I want to apologize. I have not posted in like 3 weeks, and I do apologize. The 1 week I had to get my eyes dilated, so I could not see when I was supposed to record. The second week, I was out partying because it was my birthday. So I was excited about that. I had a blast. And then the last week, I went to record, and my recording software was like, yeah, no. So I tried. I made the video, I recorded it, and when I went to go back and edit it, I had found out that out of the 30 minutes I recorded, only 14 had saved, and it was so laggy. So I opted just to skip another week and try to figure out what was the issue. Hopefully the issue is now solved. So hopefully we should be fine now. So what did I do off screen? Even though I was not recording for the 3 weeks, I did get on and play for a little bit. So first and foremost, this entire area is now flattened. I did not work on this building a lot because I wanted to try to do that on camera. I did work on the trees. I now have 9 saplings / 9 plots for each type of sapling I had to grow. So I have cherry, birch, acacia, spruce, oak, and jungle. I also did install a nude mod that would help me chop the trees faster. So pretty much I can just hold shift and break the bottom log, and then I can just cut down the tree. Make it a lot easier. That's not what I wanted to do. So yeah, I have been doing chill just because I have had little to no motivation to like do anything. Mostly because my eyes have been glitching and weird. But yeah. So I just wanted to say that first and foremost before I got into anything. What is that? There's like a oh, it's my golem. The golems show up so weird on the map. I was so confused what it was. But yeah, I have been designing. Bleh. I cannot English today. I have been designing. That's the word. I've been designing stuff in my creative world just so that way I can have a little bit more fun without limitations. A person did comment in the last video about when I do make the library to include the town's lore or something similar in the town's library, which I thought was a really good idea. So I have been designing the town library, and just like some other small buildings to go through. Eventually, once I get this entire area flattened out, I am probably going to make a copy of it and have it be in creative so I can start planning where things are gonna go, whatnot. Just so that way my mind can have some sort of clearance of where things should go. In completely other news, it is now officially spooky season. True, it has not turned October yet, but it is starting to become fall, at least where I live. So people have started to get started with their Halloween stuff. It will probably be a little bit still until I like go full decoration. But I had an idea and I wanted to see what you guys thought of it before I made it a whole big thing. So during the month of October, I was thinking doing a 30-day challenge where I would build one item a day that would be Halloween related. Now, this would be in creative, probably heavily modded, but just for fun, I would do it. And if you guys want to see it, I could also possibly do it without mods, minus world edit. So it wouldn't be as heavily modded. But I want to get your guys' thoughts on it. Now, obviously, if I did do the 30-day challenge in October, or 31 days, I would also try to upload and record, or record and upload, Dragonstone Adventures, and whatnot. But I'm not sure where most people are, but around where I live, school is starting back up soon. And I cannot believe summer's almost over. So it's amazed me that how quick summer can just poof. It definitely does give some perspective of you need to enjoy it while you have it. Because I do miss the summers back when I was younger, where we would just go have a bunch of fun over summer. It was just so much fun. So, speaking of Halloween and summer and whatnot, I have your question of the video. If you had to pick a holiday to be your favorite holiday, what would it be? Honestly, mine is actually Halloween. I am a big Halloween fan. Probably my second being Christmas. I just really like Halloween. I more do the cutesy spooky instead of like the scary spooky because I just feel it fits better. Um I was not one when I was younger to be I didn't really like the scary stuff. And I'm also not a big horror person. So I do like the cuter movies and the cuter Halloween stuff. So like one of my favorite movies is The Nightmare Before Christmas. And if anyone tries to argue that is not a Halloween movie, I would be devastated because that is my go-to Halloween movie. Just because it's fun. And it is a kids show or a kids movie. But it is so nice to go rewatch like a bunch of times. Because it's just like there's something about just rewatching kid shows and movies that is like it's so comforting as an adult. And people will look at me weird when I'm like, oh yeah, I just watched this kid show that's like brand new and out, and it was like a really good episode and whatnot. And then they look at me weird because it's like you're watching a kid show as an adult. And I'm like, yeah. This might date me a little. There was a show back when I was a kid called, I think it was Tasty Time with Z Funk. I'm sure I probably said that way wrong. Oh, baby chicken. But it was about a dog who made recipes. And it was short 3-minute videos. And it would go in between the main show called Rough Roughman. And I remember loving watching those. I would love watching Saturday cartoons. I wish they would make that thing, Saturday cartoons, come back. Because that to me was amazing. Like, you would get up early on Saturday and you would, like, beg your parents to turn on the TV just so you could watch a few minutes of cartoons. Now, true, I was able to luckily watch cartoons more often just because the cartoons were on a lot. I mean, I remember watching cartoons while I ate my breakfast while I was getting ready for school. So it was just like it was like a tradition, or even part of just the everyday schedule. Like, I would get up, get my breakfast, and watch cartoons. And then once I was finished with my breakfast, I'd go get ready so that way I could watch more cartoons. So it was fun. And it definitely makes me miss those days because it was so carefree. And it really hurts when I'm like looking back on it how quickly I wanted to grow up. And now looking at it, it's like the one thing I don't want to do is grow up. Not saying that growing up is a bad thing. Because, I mean, yes, there is a bunch of stuff that you get to do when you're grown up that kids might not get able to do it. But at the same time, it was nice. So, completely getting out of sappy moments. Honestly, I think today is pretty much going to be just a chill day. Trying to get back into the swing of playing Minecraft. So, one of the main things I want to do for the town, which I know I came up with a name for it, and I cannot remember the name because I forgot to put it on a sign. But what I want to do is around the, perimeter, I want to, add, a wall/fence. Just something to protect my citizens. Oh, I get to show you guys the new tree chopping mod. So, I have an axe. I got an acacia tree. I'm going to hold shift and chop down the bottom. And the tree goes bye-bye. And it also replants the sapling, which is nice. That way I don't have to worry about replacing saplings. So the thing is, this is going to be I don't want to say forever world, but I definitely want to keep it for a long time. So my plan is to have different towns and villages and whatnot throughout the entire world. So that way, when I do look back on it, I can really help focus and be like, oh, do I remember when I built this and whatnot? Just like as a trip down memory lane. I thought I said I was gonna get rid of the sappy stuff. I apologize. But I do think it'd be really cool and whatnot. So I'm excited for it. Another thing that I wanted to quickly mention, gotta love how the brain works with jumping from one thought to another. I wanted to mention about my recording schedule. So obviously a lot of people know I do upload on Tuesdays or whatever day it comes out for you. And so a lot of people, or I guess some people might wonder what day I do record. I normally record day of. So this is currently getting recorded the same day it's going to be posted, just a bit earlier. So just in case you were wondering, well, why didn't you just record earlier in the week or something? This is why. Speaking of recording, would you guys like me to play other games besides Minecraft? I know I played Let's School It Out, I think the game was. I did that once. So I just wanted to let you guys pick. Because I do have some other games that I love playing, but if you guys only want me to play Minecraft and only do Dragonstone Adventures, I will just not record the other ones. But just wanted to give you guys an option. So, like I mentioned earlier, back to school is upon us. I can't believe it's this soon already. But with that, my uploads might change a little bit. So I believe I mentioned it before, and if not, I apologize. I am in college. I will not tell you what year. I will not share what college I am at. But I will say I am in college. So because of that fun little tidbit, my schedule changes a little bit often. So I am hoping that my upload schedule will stay the same. But just in case it changes or something drastically needs to change, more than likely it's based off of school. So just in case the episode isn't out that week and you're wondering if something happened to me or like something, more than likely I just had to change it just because of school. So please not worry. I plan to, if I can't get it out on the normal day I post, I'm planning to possibly do the day after, which would be Wednesdays for me. So just as a tidbit to everyone, in case anyone was worried. And I need to sleep. But yeah, I had my whole video recorded last week, ready to post. I was editing it. I was sitting down editing it, and I looked at the recording, and I'm like, why is there only 14 minutes of this? And I went back, and I'm like, okay, like, it's no big deal. Like, my system just glitched, or I pressed the wrong button. And then I rewatched the 14 minutes because I'm like, I needed to see where I left off at. It was so laggy. And I'm like, I can't post this. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. Like, I'll just post my video a little bit late. Like, people will understand. But when I tried to go re-record, it was doing the same thing. So I ended up having to spend all day last week on my recording day to fix it. So I'm glad it's fixed now. So, what are some goals for me off camera that I want to accomplish before next episode, if I can? First and foremost, I'm going to try to get this section cleared out if I don't get it finished cleared out on camera right now. I want to get that finished clearing up. I want to start designing some cute houses that will go into like the little village area. So this is how we are looking. So I want this area over here to be like a village area. So somewhat like this village over here. I want this area over here to be that. So, like a baker, librarian, whatnot, put that all over here. Then over here, obviously we have the mine. And now that I'm looking at this, I don't feel like this is even. But we're going with it. I'm not sure exactly what this might be or this might be, but we have obviously the mine over here. I do want to have like a lumber mill. I do also want to have like a farm and whatnot. So I want to start planning stuff out. And obviously, there's probably going to be a lot of buildings that are just there for show. Like, they don't have a real purpose with them. And I'm okay with that. And I also do want to start designing the town middle or town square, which is that like stonish bit right there. I want to start designing that as well. Because I just feel like town middles or town squares, they need something big to them. Like big, exotic, whatnot. Because that's what most people see when the first time they walk to your town is they walk through the gate or whatnot, and then they automatically try to go to the town square or like the middle of the town to try to figure out where to go. So I do also want to do a cartographer and have like a big town of the big town of the map. Big map of the town. And I'm thinking of putting it at the corner of the village square. Or village corner. So that way it is technically right next to the square, but it's also technically the village cartographer could live there. And I want that thing to be huge. So we will see how it fits. Another thing I want to do is for concerning paths. So I did just finally picked out what type of path I'm going to do. It's going to be packed mud, mud bricks, coarse dirt, and I think a little bit of either gravel or cobblestone. And maybe mossy cobble. And so the main paths, which are like the paths that go from the square, those are going to be 5, while the smaller paths are going to be 3. I like my odd numbers. But this way, you could still go from square to square, house to house, whatnot. And probably even, I might have even smaller paths from there that are only 1 block. Just to give that illusion of a lot of different path size. And I apologize that we have not gotten a lot of building done. And I don't mean in this video, I mean overall. I think the only thing we've built so far is the 1 storage shed and then some of the mine. Though I do eventually want to build a bridge, actually 2 bridges. One being from here and another being over here. And who knows, I might build a bigger one over here. We will see. But I also feel like expanding out would be really cool. Because there's still so much left I have to explore. But I will finish this section, digging it up and flattening it out, because I feel like this would be a perfect area for a barn. Have like cows, chicken, pigs, and sheep. Because I feel like that'd be perfect. Have it like face this way, put like a 3-block gap. So, in case you don't know, my big rule is 531. This is normally the rule I always follow when I build big cities. I normally build a lot of big cities just for either fun or for show or whatnot. Normally, my big thing is 531. So normally, or I should say, what is that rule? So 531 is normally 5 blocks of path, 3 blocks between buildings, and then 1 consecutive block. But it has become that time in the video where I must say goodbye. So I hope you have a lovely day, no matter who you are, and I will see you guys on the right side.